All right, so this is pretty much going to be like a podcast, just talking. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. First, I want to talk about. Oh my god, I want to talk about assault rifles in Fortnite. All right. So a lot of people are saying nerf the ARs, and honestly, I agree. But I thought about it for a little bit, and I was thinking, like, ARs have been in the game since day one. How is it now that people are saying that it should be nerfed? And my brother's, I asked my brother, I was like, okay, do you think it's because like the player base is getting better, or do you think it's because like people are just now realizing? And I forgot what he said, but I think he pretty much just said, yeah, pretty much. Honestly, like I've had a blue AR, alright? I've had a blue assault rifle, and I just murked people that had an SMG, alright? And I feel like that's a little broken. The shotguns in the game are stupid at the moment. Remember back in season 5 when they nerfed the shotguns, but it dealt a little bit more damage and it had a lot more range. That's not the case anymore. Like it just does less damage with less range and is so dumb. So if you see someone that has an assault rifle and you shoot them once with a pump and you don't get 100 damage, no matter which pump you're using, by the way, if you don't get 100 damage, it's like, dang, I'm about to die to this assault rifle, and that's it. And I think that's this stupid. I think everyone thinks that's kind of that's stupid, you know. And like in general, I think like it's so dumb how if everything you could be way better than that player, right? And you're just unlucky and got hit for whatever amount of damage. Um, you know what I'm trying to say. It just sucks when, let's say, you have, let's say, like 300 wins. You're a sweat at the game, and some trash can that barely plays the game just got lucky because he found a blue AR, green. Well, actually, it doesn't even matter what kind of assault rifle it is. It can be the common one, and it can still murk you because you had a pump. I always pick up the tack over the pump because I'd rather hit for like 20 damage over and over and over again, like very quickly, than, um, you know, just shooting for 100. Um, or just shooting for 20 once, and then having to cock it back and then shoot again. I don't like that. But yeah, speaking of not just the AR should be nerfed, but the shotguns should be buffed. The shotguns right now are just so stupid in my opinion. And like this is not me bashing on the game, alright? I play this game every single day. It's a little unfair at the moment. In my opinion, a little bit more unfair than Mario Party. And if you've played that game is infuriating. Okay? Mario Party, like, oh my god. Actually, you know what? Forget about that. But I feel like back then in like season 10, if you had a pump, it was like you knew that you were gonna get some good damage out of it. Just by the way it looked, by the way it sounded. Same thing with the epic and legendary. Like, even though it wasn't out during season 10, I just feel like you knew that you're gonna do good with a shotgun. It doesn't feel like that anymore. And at the time, my luck with the tack was horrible. Not anymore. I don't know why, but like the tables is just completely have turned. But I feel like the shotguns, like, they do too low damage. I find myself hitting like 20 damage, and with the gold, like, here's the thing with the gold pump, you're hitting like 44 with a gold shotgun, not a gold weapon. No, 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 a gold shotgun. I don't think that's I don't know. I just think that's so stupid, you know. And then sometimes you got those kids, those C2E kids that just somehow manage to just hit 100 shot, and you shoot them for like less than 100, and you spam your SMG, and they just got lucky with 100 shot, so they hit you again, and that's it. I don't know. It's stupid, you know. But other than those, this might be like I don't want to say stupid, but someone might not, agree with me when I say this. But I'm going to talk about aim assist. All right. Now here's the thing. I play on a console, so I have more input delay, and I'm trapped at 60 frames with VSync. Okay, with VSync, so I get more input delay and everything. Like, if you don't know, before I talk about aim assist, if you don't know, consoles are basically computers, except you know they have a different how should I say? Like, they just have like a different operating system. The games you play are obviously limited to what the company wants it to, and whatever, however you think of it. Just want to say that, but I will be switching to a PC very soon. Um, Other than that, here's my thoughts on aim assist. All right, I feel like if you buffed mouse and keyboard, so you had the same amount of recoil and the same amount of bloom as a controller player, I feel like I'd see just as many beaming clips. All right, because like when it comes to beaming kids out of the air, I don't blame that on controller, because here's the thing. All right, in Team Rumble or any mode where you like where you have teammates, if you like okay, any mode that you have teammates, your teammates do not have any sort like any aim assist. All right, so you're not gonna like stick on to them. All right, and I feel like when I was like testing, I was doing challenges in Team Rumble, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see if this is aim assist. All right. So I'm tracking my teammates. So I was just gliding throughout the air. I'm like, I can beam them if they're enemies, even without aim assist. And I remember the day where they removed Legacy. I was trapped for whatever reason. There was a bug where I couldn't use any aim assist, and I was still beaming kids, and I was still doing all that. All right. So controller with or without aim assist, you still need skill. All right. That's what I'm trying to say. No matter what, you still need skill. I don't want anyone to think that, oh, this guy is bad because he's on a controller. I don't want anyone to think that at all. All right. Do I think controller is broken? Honestly, no. Do I think it should be nerfed or buffed? I mean, I don't play on PC, so I don't know about that. In my opinion, when I was playing on my brother's PC, alright, um, it felt like aim assist just felt better. Like, not in a bad way. It just felt a lot smoother. It felt like it got the job done, but not in a bad way. Like, my aim is not that bad. It's not bad at all. I can hit my shot. If I can hit my shot, then my aim is not bad, but I don't know. It just felt a lot smoother and a lot better. It didn't feel like I was cheating or anything, because like you see a lot of people saying that controller players like teamers are cheaters, like Zate, for example. And by the way, I hate the stuff he tweets because I don't even follow him, and for whatever reason, um, if you have like a bunch of if you follow a bunch of people that follow someone, they'll just say, "Oh, this guy follows whoever," so they'll just show you a tweet from them, and it's so annoying. Alright, but he's always calling controller players cheaters and this and that, and I just think this is such an insult, because like for people that have been grinding on a controller for years, that may have started out on a console and eventually went to a PC, I feel like that's such a, I don't know, like, how should I say it? Let me think about this for a second. It's such an insult. Okay. I don't want anyone to think, oh, this guy's bad because he's on a controller. I don't want anyone to think that. Alright. And not only that, but I've also been seeing people say that there should be like Legacy should come back. And honestly, I would love that. All right, I loved to LT spam back then. And the reason why I would LT spam is because if you don't know, all right, when you're at like a really far distance in the game, you get no aim assist from actually. Wait, okay. How do I explain this? So when it comes to Legacy, all right, when you're at a far distance, there's barely any aim assist. So it's just hard to aim because you're on a controller. So to LT spam, you didn't hit all like I didn't hit all my shots doing that, but it would just help me with it, you know. On mouse and keyboard, it would be a lot different. I feel like I'd still hit my shot, but it just helped. But the thing is, with the new aim assist, it feels like it's just sticky, you know. And if you're, let's say, okay, very very stupid situation, but let's say you're in a 1 by 1, all right, and you have an SMG and you are on a controller, and the guy jumps, you're basically gonna lock onto them, and it's gonna aim basically for you, like completely for you, all right. But with Legacy, it wasn't like that at all. You had to do the aiming yourself. So a lot of these people that thought Legacy being removed was going to be like a good thing, they're they were hugely mistaken. All right, I was always a Legacy player. I played on Exponential for a little bit, and I play on Linear now. But honestly, don't listen to the people that say like Linear is like better than Exponential, because like at this point, I see them as just input curves, and then they're not really much different actually. I don't see much different about them, honestly. I just see them as like an input curve, you know. And I don't know, like so many people come up with like these like misconceptions about aim assist or like other things, and it's just I don't know. It still takes skill to be on a controller, and I think honestly, Epic has done a really good job with like the building sensitivities and stuff, because back then controller players were just laughed at. All right, if you played on a controller, you're probably looked like on a PC, you're probably looked at like you're bad, like bro, you know. Like I don't know, like if I went back in time to season 4, all right, no season 5 when the summer skirmish started, and I said there's a controller player that's gonna win a bunch of tournaments, and everyone like controller players are gonna be looked at as whatever, all right, whether good, bad, whatever. Basically, how they are today, like they can actually compete in tournaments. I probably wouldn't believe you like at all. Like what? Because that would sound insane. That's why you'd see like certain like gameplays of like really good players that play on a controller back then, and they would literally say, "I'm a controller player" in the title, you know. You know, like I don't know, like I can't say much about it because like I'm not on a PC, but from what I'm seeing, I think people are just harassing people that are on controller, and I think that's just stupid. Because on a mouse and keyboard, you have a lot more freedom, you know. And like I still think if someone were to say, should I start playing Fortnite on a controller or on a mouse and keyboard, I'd still say mouse and keyboard. You know, I'd still say that. But I don't know. If anything, you can sometimes even say that controller can hold you back. Honestly, I mean it used to a lot, but it still can actually. You know, it still can. Um, there's that. Recon Expert is coming most likely to the item shop. And honestly, I'm glad it is. I remember, I forgot who said it, but someone said something about Recon Expert. What if it came back? And I was like, you know what? I'd actually be fine with that because that rhymed. Recon Expert, like, I'm tired of like the people using like skin changers and other stuff to make it look like they have Recon Expert when they really don't. Carlitos, Horsing, for example, they're just people that are trying to like clickbait, like, oh, I have Recon Expert, guys, I have Recon Expert, when they really don't, and that they're just using a skin changer, which I highly recommend you don't do because it is against the TOS, and I have seen people get banned for using it. You're basically using free exclusive skins. I'm not saying that the Recon Expert is exclusive, but it's really rare, you know? And the reason why people are saying it's coming back is because basically it has a new featured pose, which, if you don't know what a featured pose is basically the picture you see when it's in the item shop featured slot. It has a new hat edit style. Has a new icon picture when you select it in the item, not the item shop, the locker. And I don't know, like, honestly, I think Recon Expert is a good skin. I mean, if it came out like every 30 days, like, if what I'm trying to say is, like, if it was never rare, I think no one would really care about it. I feel like it would be like the Renegade skin or a skin like that, Tracker, where it just comes to the item shop and people are like, oh, okay, whatever skin. But I like the white and gray. I like how it looks. I've used it in Save the World, you know? Same thing with the Renegade Raider and the Aero Assault Trooper. I've used them in Save the World and they're not bad skins. Honestly, I think the Aero Assault Trooper is better than the Renegade Raider. That might sound stupid, but like the reason why is because, like, I don't know, it's just the Recon Expert. The Renegade Raider, I feel like it's just the same as the Aero Assault Trooper, where it's just a default wearing a hat, you know. But I don't know why, I just get more excitement when I use the Aero Assault Trooper. With the Renegade Raider, it just feels like I've worn this same default character over and over and over again. Why did I wear it again, you know? I don't know, why would I use it again? You know? And again, it's just the Headhunter skin just wearing a different hat. Like, come on. And it's the same thing for the Aero Assault Trooper, but I don't know, is it? It's just different, you know, when you use it. But back to the Recon Expert. I just think it's a good skin, honestly. Nothing flashy, of course. But I'm just so glad that we can see the end. If it really does come back, which has too much proof that it will come back. There's no way they make an edit style for a skin that not many people really have. A featured pose in a locker icon, a new locker icon, just for people not to have it. Like, come on. If it does come out, I'm gonna say that, if or when it comes out, I think I'm going to see a lot of people using it. Might even become a bot skin, but honestly, I don't care. I'm just glad to see that those fake scamming accounts or whatever will just be gone. Because there's only like one person that I remember that had a legit Recon Expert, and the reason why you know it's legit is because the redline skin is the skin that they use to like use it. I mean, reskin it to something else. I don't know why the redline skin, but a lot of these like skin changers like to go for skins that a lot of people have, like a starter pack skin or a battle pass skin, or just something that you most likely have, you know. And I feel like Redline is like, oh yeah, that's the season 5 skin. Who doesn't have Redline? Unless you start in like season 7, like some people actually know, you know. Um, People just like, bro, people buy accounts. I don't know why. It's against the TOS and everything, but people buy accounts. Okay, so when they see a Recon Expert account, when it's really just someone using a like skin changer, it's stupid. And plus, don't do it. You can get scammed and other stuff. Like it's basically a black market for Fortnite skins. Like that shouldn't be a thing. But yeah, that's just my opinion on Recon Expert, everything like that. I probably didn't finish one of my sentences, but I don't really care. Um, there's another thing. Oh yeah, Fish Stick came back. I already had Fish Stick since like season 9. I had the World Cup Exile. I got it. I forgot when, but this was back when, like, a little bit, not during the World Cup or for the World Cup, but I remember getting it when they were advertising the new VR Fish Stick Exile. That's when I got it, and I basically got it for free because to save the world. It's always nice to get free skins, you know. It's always nice to get free skins. Um, I forgot what I was about to say. I just want the bootstraps. All right, and honestly, I think it's probably my favorite pickaxe in the game. This is what I've been saying for a long time. All right, I like pickaxes that are like bigger and longer. I don't like pickaxes that are like smaller, like let's say the crowbar. Which, by the way, I hate how people are using that Easter crowbar because they basically don't play, like, Sweats don't play LTM, so I hate how they go to use that. Even though Gronky, if you know who he is, he's been using that pickaxe since, like, last year. I just think it's just stupid, honestly. Hold on. Alright, I just had to kill this guy. Um, I don't know. Like, the crowbar, like, it's just so small. Like, you know, like, when you, like, let's say if you have the Night Owl pickaxe, which I have it, I got it gifted from a friend. Um, it's like a longer pickaxe, alright? And I remember when I got that pickaxe, I got the Minty pickaxe. And the Minty pickaxe, it's big enough for my liking, but it's so small. Like, the crowbar, that's really small. I don't really like smaller backblings too, which I don't know why, but Epic was doing this thing where they were using smaller pickaxes. I mean, no, smaller backblings for starter skins. But I don't know. I just don't like it when it's like a smaller. You know? I mean, for backblings, I don't like it when it's bigger, but I don't know. Just something I want to say. But this one has also like a nice sound to it. And when I first realized I wanted the bootstraps, it was when I was watching. I don't really like watching pro players. I'll explain that in a little bit. But um, when I was watching Tufu one day, he was using the bootstraps with, what was it? I forgot what, Night Witch, that skin. And I remember I slowly realized I want this thing. But every time the fish stick came out, it never, like, I never had enough V-Bucks for it. Like, for the bootstraps. So I would never, like, you know, use it. But I finally saved up to get it. And I like, when I first saw fish stick, I was like, oh, no! Instantly, I went to save the world. You know, got my V-Bucks. You know, got it. And, like, I like the sound to it. I like how it's longer. And, like, I'm just so glad I got it. After 147 days. Because, like, the last time Fish Stick was out, it was, like, what was it? It was, like, December 27th, I think. Because the normal, like, Fish Stick's first appearance was the day after Christmas, I think. But just something I want to say. Uh, what else? I'm just glad I got that pickaxe. Really good pickaxe. Highly recommend you get it. I highly recommend you get it. Um. Oh yeah, I don't watch streamers. Right. The reason why I don't watch streamers is because at this point it's getting stupid. I don't like the way Fortnite competitive works. I don't even want to call the game competitive. All right, like I feel like Fortnite, like competitive is just a joke. All right, what Fortnite needs to do. Actually, no. Before I explain that, the reason why I don't watch pro players is because it's just getting toxic and it's getting stupid, in my opinion. And the reason why I say that is because here's the thing, right? Pro players, all they do is complain, and when something finally goes their way, right, about what they complained about, they just begin like how should okay? They begin like to just look for something else to complain about. You know, Legacy got removed. Happy for them, whatever. They still complain, even though you could say Legacy and Exponential is arguably better, whatever. But like when something goes their way, they just find something else to complain about. Okay, and like it's getting to a point where like they'll blame anything on a controller, which I just think is stupid because like I suck on mouse and keyboard. All right, but I went to creative fill and I'm still lasering people. Like come on, I get it's not fun being lasered. All right, but we all get lasered every day. You know, like it's just you're just unlucky. You don't have to blame it on a controller player, you know? Like I'm just tired of them saying like all controller players are stupid. Like, oh, I don't think aim assist should be a thing at all. Like that's what Booger was saying. I'm like, oh my god. I feel like a lot of these pro players, right, don't even act like their age, alright? I get they're 16, 13, whatever, 14, whatever age, because they're not adults. So they're obviously going to be toxic. But I feel like their parents or just someone needs to say, hey, you know, we get it, but can you not have arguments with another teenager for a bunch of people to just cause drama and other stuff? Like, come on, does that really have to happen? I don't think it does. Like, an example would be, what's his name? Young Calculator, alright? He's a perfect example of, like, come on. Do you really have to cause, like, just. Do you really have to be toxic like that? Because, like, I don't even know what to say. Like, obviously, you find toxic people everywhere nowadays. But, like, when you are at this level of popularity, I feel like you need to learn, like, hey, doing this or saying this, like joining people's calls on Discord and just saying this or that shouldn't happen, you know? Like, you see people breaking their keyboards and stuff, like, oh my god. They say they're 16 or whatever age, but they really don't act like that. Just want to say that. But other than me not watching streamers because of the stuff that they do. Oh yeah, and I'm tired. Okay, I'm tired of people copying streamers using the same skin, the same pickaxe. I would love it if Epic hadn't like. This is actually leaked in the game files, but it's been there for like a long, long time. Where like, if someone's using a skin, this is like to avoid like stream snipers and stuff. If someone's using a skin, to you it'll appear as like a default or like another type of skin. But the thing is, it's really hard for Epic to try to like do that because like the more I think about it, like if someone was wearing Brutus, you're telling me that it's just going to look as like a default. Like Brutus is huge, you know? People call him Big Boy Brutus, but I call him Fat Boy Brutus. All right. But like, how would that work? Like, how would hitboxes work for like weird skins like Meowscles, for example? I don't know how that would work. So that's why I don't really watch pro players. I'm tired of auras with driver pickaxes. Bro, does the Sunsprout backbling? I remember wanting that backbling when it first came out, and now it's tryhard. Like, come on. I have it, and I had it before it became tryhard, but come on. Does everything have to become tryhard just because some streamer used it? Like, come on. It just makes me not really want to watch the streamer along with other stuff like that. But other than that, Fortnite competitive is a joke. It is not competitive. Okay, let's be honest. It is not competitive. Fortnite is a random game. Alright. And Fortnite competitive is not really different from the normal modes. So, like, I'm just thinking, like, I understand why people are upset, but, like, come on. Fortnite was never supposed to be a competitive game if it's random. Does it take skill for you to find a shotgun? No. Not at all. Is everything you do kind of luck based? I mean, Bloom is, right? Maybe not your shotgun shot. Maybe how much damage it does is random. But like, come on. Like, competitive is not competitive. It's just a joke. It's just people spamming the same, like, okay. Competitive is not very different from normal modes, alright? I'm gonna say that right now. It is not very different from normal modes. So that makes people not really want to play competitive, alright? And it also has a very bad, competitive, oh my god. Wow, I lagged. Alright, competitive has, like, a really bad ranking system, alright? And I feel like if the game had a better rank system, then you can remove skill-based matchmaking from the normal modes, if it even is in squads anymore, because, let's be honest, no one knows at this point. Hold on. I gotta kill this guy. If this guy dies, thank you. Oh my god. Raged Camp is his name. That's a weird name, but okay. But, you better back off. That kid saw me and he just backed away like, oh no. But, what was it? Oh yeah, it needs a better like ranking system. And I feel like what Epic needs to do is they need to basically look at other games like Overwatch or like Rainbow Six Siege, or just games that have a better rank system. All right, and they basically need to make the competitive system just better. You know, because it's not skill based. Okay, it is, but it isn't. You know, if you know what I mean by that, like competitive Fortnite competitive arena isn't really, doesn't have a good ranking system, alright? And if it did, then that basically makes it, if it had a good ranking system, like, you can basically, oh, whoa, whoa. What the heck? They were just sitting there. That's so weird. You know, then you can remove it from, remove skill-based matchmaking from normal modes. Because we don't need two versions of Sweaty Playlist. Like, come on, Epic. Like, come on. And the thing is, again, Arena's not much different from normal, modes. It needs to have a different loot pool, you know? Because, like, come on. Fortnite is random and everything. Like, come on. But I've been basically saying the same thing. I think that's all the topics I would want to talk about. I don't know if I would probably ever do this again. I would love to, but I don't know if I can think of anything else to really just talk about. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna end it here. If I think of anything else, a bunch of other topics I can talk about. That's not just controller, recon expert, um, competitive pro players, other stuff like that. Maybe I'll do another one, but as of right now, I think I'm just gonna enjoy playing Battle for Neighborville. I am ranked 667. I have my pea shooter right now at Grandmaster. Hold on, I have a Grandmaster 1, however you want to say that. I'm working to have all the my foot soldier at Grandmaster. If you're curious about Battle of Neighborville, I've been playing the game since basically since Garden Warfare 1 came out. Just want to say that. So I'm very familiar with the series, and yeah, that's pretty much it. See ya.